Yes, sir, Ski. Lord Brunson, OTAs in a week. They talking a lot about this TJ Watt thing. It's time to ramp up the content. The draft is next week. I got a lot of crazy videos I've been working on. You know, this is just to kick off the week. A little lunchtime with the bullies. You know, putting things back in its proper perspective. But I'm going to let it brew. I'm going to let it marinate for a minute. We got some stuff to discuss, man. It's about that time, man of God. What's up, bro? It's about that time, y'all. You know, I'm not going to say it's time for me to stop celebrating the Super Bowl. I'm never going to say that. But it's time for us to focus on some important things that's going on. Give me a thumbs up if you hear me loud and clear. My guy Ghostmine Rhyme said he's still banging Word to Kiss. Shout out to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? What's good, y'all? Troy Singleton in the building. Dreadhead West in the building. You know what I mean? Yo, I've been experimenting with the thumbnails, right? The thumbnail you see on this video is made by AI. It's crazy though. It looks good. So I posted it. That was a crazy joint though, man. But I'm experimenting. Just finding ways. Listen, we are about to revamp Lord Brunson Productions in ways that you guys couldn't even imagine, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, People's Champ Desert Eagle. What's up? We about to revamp. We about to tighten up. Everything got to be album with straight fire. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank y'all, man. We on all streaming platforms. A Broken Crayon Still Color. I'm going to be in the studio this Thursday, man. I'm cooking up again. You know what I mean? More projects. All of that, man. All of that. It's going all the way down, man. And you know, this TJ Watt thing, man, it's you know, I've been thinking about it. They talked about a little speculation that the Eagles could be players in some of the TJ Watt sweepstakes if Pittsburgh decide to part ways. And I'm going to tell you right now, 23 Birds is coming soon. I'm going to tell you right now that if the Eagles were able to go get TJ Watt, the Eagles are going to repeat. The Eagles are going to repeat. Make no mistake about it. What's the name of your album? I'll burn it after this live. A Broken Crayon Still Colors. Just type in Lord Brunson on any streaming platform. It'll pop up. What up, LB? Can we get more MVP hats on the site? I got to talk with my Connect. I got to find some hats from a place that makes sense. Because you know all this stuff that's going on right now. It put a dent in my merchandise. I'm trying to find a workaround right now. Trying to find a workaround right now. LB, you got me at work at my desk high and watching. Oh no, I don't want you to get in trouble. But we gonna talk though. I'm gonna make it worth your while for sure. But thank y'all for liking, thank y'all for subbing, thank y'all for doing everything y'all do to make the platform a great one. You know what I mean? So, you know, let's get into it. We got 200 people in the building. I am a strong advocate of TJ Watt if you could get him. I know it's gonna cost you some picks. We got a lot of them. I know it's gonna cost you some money. We'll find the money. We will find the money because, in a way, the Philadelphia Eagles have not been able to replace Hassan Reddick. I'll explain. Have not been able to replace Hassan Reddick. When I say replace Hassan Reddick, I'm speaking about getting a guy that can constantly get you 10, 11, 12, 13 sacks in the season. We don't have that guy on the roster right now, a guy that just cannot be stopped off the edge. We have a collective group of guys who hunt together, which is cool. I actually prefer that better. But TJ Watt gives you the production out of like 3 guys in 1 guy. You're talking about a defensive player of the year type of guy. It's certain guys that's cut from certain cloths. Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, and then I think you got to start talking about everybody else. You got to talk about Micah in the next tier. But TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, homie in San Fran, Bosa, I think they're in a different tier. And that's respectful. There's no disrespect to nobody else. So if the Philadelphia Eagles can go out there and get a guy like TJ Watt, I would absolutely do it. Now, if you don't, and if you can't go get a guy like TJ Watt, there's nothing wrong with a James Pierce Jr. I like him. I got a whole video, I'm doing another live stream today talking about why we should draft him at 32 if we can. If we can. You know what I'm saying? If we can. I really would like it. But TJ Watt that would be a steal. TJ Watt coming over to the #1 ranked defense, that makes sense. And in terms of trying to get him something that he couldn't get in Pittsburgh. Now we're a destination to help you get what you really, really want. And that's a Lombardi. That's a Lombardi. A lot of these guys are missing those things on their resumes, which is why we had Julio Jones last year, trying to get one last gasp at it. I looked at Tate Pierce Jr. He's a beast. He's the best edge in the draft to me. The best edge in the draft to me. And CBS mocked us getting him at 32. I don't know why they got him dropping down to 32. A lot of people are talking about, issues with character issues and things of that nature. One thing Philadelphia Eagles don't have is character issues, man. And if you got a character issue of some sort, you won't be around long. You won't be around long. I'll tell you that, man. But, Vic Fangio is that type of old school defensive coordinator that can help some of these young guys get over them situations that might be plaguing their career early on, like character issues, like not being a professional, whatever his issue is, allegedly. But I know on field the talent is there, and that's what ultimately matters. What do you think of dude Mike Stroughton? He's good too, and he's only 20 years old. I ain't looking him up yet. Send me something about him in a DM, man of God. I'm gonna look him up. But I'm fixated on James Pierce Jr. I'm not gonna lie. I'm fixated on James Pierce Jr. If you could land James Pierce Jr. with the 32nd pick, you gonna eat the rest of the draft. You gonna eat, because if he's there at 32, that means somebody dropped down. Now the real question is this: Presidential Beezy, what up? The real question is this: if I'm looking at a Malachi Starks and a James Pierce Jr., what do I do then? What do I do then? That's the real question. The only way I would not take James Pierce Jr. is if Malachi was there. That's the only way I wouldn't do it. But I like Eamon Ura. I like the kid from South Carolina. So it's like you could get Pierce, then you could get Youngin from South Carolina probably in the second round. If he ain't shot up the leaderboard, he might have shot up to the first round, to be honest. Nick Eamon Ura, he might have shot up to the first round. He might have shot up to the first round. So it's like, it's so many things that's about to happen, y'all. I'm telling y'all, next Thursday is going to be a whirlwind. I hope you buckled up, because Howie Roseman has been really, really quiet. Really, really quiet he's been. He has a core locked up. He has a Super Bowl core locked up. We've only seen Howie Roseman in this position one other time. One other time. And after we won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles, the Philadelphia Eagles were an Alshon Jeffrey drop away from going back to the NFC Championship game. An Alshon Jeffrey drop away. So Nick knows how to capitalize. He knows how to strike when the iron hot. So I'm not worried about I'm not worried about Howie Roseman and the moves that he about to make. But y'all got to brace yourselves, because a move is going to be made. That's all I can say. A move is going to be made next week that's going to blow your socks off. Blow your socks off. And you got to be comfortable parting ways with some of these youngsters. We never had a repeat. We never had a repeat. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. It was blowing me, man. I feel like something was in my nose. I can't get it out on camera. That's just crazy. We never had a repeat. Never had a repeat. Would you give up a young prospect if it could guarantee you a repeat? Would you part ways with a Jalix Hunt if you could go get a repeat? Some of y'all got to understand the attachment value ain't worth more than the prize at the end of the day. Gardner Johnson was a guy whose phone number I had. I could hit him up. We right on FaceTime. Right on FaceTime. Right on FaceTime. I don't need no meeting. I don't got to talk to no agents and none of that. That's probably the closest I've been to an athlete since I've been doing this. The most access I've had to an athlete since I've been doing this. But if you got to go, you got to go. Don't nothing outweigh the team. If Gardner Johnson having to leave was for the betterment of a repeat, I'm all for it, bro. I'm about winning. I'm about winning. I'm about winning. I don't know what some of these other people are about. I don't understand the end game for some of these other content creators and other teams. But the end game is to win a championship. Because when you go win a championship, you could talk like me. You could walk like me. When you go win a championship, it's nothing nobody could tell me. Nothing nobody could tell y'all. The bottom line is winning is the only thing that matters. A repeat not only is a repeat, it ties us with the Commanders. We ain't last no more. We one behind them. They feel it. They feel it. They feel us breathing on their neck. They feel us breathing on their neck. Sad thing about it is we wouldn't have been this close had they done their job in the NFC Championship game. But that's another day for another story. You know what bothers me about Commanders fans, though? This is what's bothering me about y'all right now. Y'all feeling good about yourself don't bother me, man. I don't ever want y'all to get that misconstrued. Y'all feeling good about yourself. Y'all being happy about... Hey, I don't know what I just did. I don't put some weird filter on here. My bad, y'all. I don't know what I did. I don't put some weird filter on. Filter looking all weak. What's that? Can y'all see me, man? I done touched something, man. Turn that off. I done touched something, man. I can't see the chat. I can't see nothing. Oh, we good? We good? All right, there we go. I see y'all. I don't know what I did. They put this little weird glossy filter on. Y'all see me? Thumbs up. Thumbs up, man. All right, cool. Y'all want to know what bothered me about these guys, though? You know what I'm saying? This what bothered me about these guys. When I'm twisting the knife in the Dallas Cowboys back, when I'm doing whatever I want to the Dallas Cowboys, right? They front and center laughing and giggling and he ha 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 ha. When I'm twisting the knife in the back of the Commanders, the Cowboys are silent. Why do the Commanders think that they deserve to laugh the way I laugh? They haven't, bro. We dropped 55 on y'all. I'm not your friend. I don't want you to prosper. I do not want you to prosper. I do not want you to be good. I don't think you're going to be as good as you were last year. I don't. We ain't cool. I think the young boy a little overrated. So when I'm having my fun with the Cowboys, I don't need the peanut gallery laughing like we friends. We ain't friends. We are not friends. I hear you, Chef Cook. I rock with you. Some of y'all I rock with y'all on a more personal level, but mind your business. Because then when I turn around, I'm equal opportunity smoke. I don't just do what I do to the Cowboys. I do the same thing to the Commanders. I do the same thing to the Commanders. Once you make yourself a threat, once you act like you on our level, now I got to talk about you. See, I don't talk about the Giants because who talks about ghosts? I don't disrespect the dead. I don't disrespect the dead. Why would I talk about the Giants? They brains splattered all over the pavement. I don't disrespect the dead. I get some teddy bears and candles for them, but I ain't going to talk bad about them. These other guys, though, mind your business. I'm the only one that can talk. It's as simple as that. Y'all will understand this offseason that the best thing you could do is just be quiet. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? TJ Watt to the Philadelphia Eagles make all the sense in the world. That sounds like a Howie Roseman move. You will get that. I feel like you can get an equal impact that you got from AJ Brown. You get an equal impact. I don't know if you get an equal impact. AJ Brown came over and turned into an elite wide receiver. He wasn't thought of such until he got to the Philadelphia Eagles. 3 straight Pro Bowls, all pros, all with the Eagles. Every year, all pro with the Philadelphia Eagles. AJ Brown is on his second extension with the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Unique cross, my bad, what I do? You know what I mean? He's on his second extension with the Eagles. TJ Watt is established, bona fide defensive player of the year caliber player. Him coming over here will make this defense different. Different, I tell you. Different. Then he's not asked to go out there and do this stuff every play. He will be a part of a rotation, an onslaught of fresh bodies. An onslaught of fresh bodies that's getting after the quarterback. I support it. I'm giving them if it's me, I'm giving them this year's second, next year's second. I support it. You get this year's second, next year's second, and the year after that, get this year's second. Get a third next year. Get this year's second and 2/3 next year. Get this year's second and 2/3 next year. You can have it because we got 3 third-round picks next year. It's TJ Watt we talking about. It's TJ Watt we talking about. I'm cool with it, man. I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting a lot of people to show up to OTAs, none of our OG vets, but it's some guys that I do want to see at OTAs. Let me blaze up while I listen to this good Eagles guys. What's going on, Stu? It's some people that I would like to see at OTAs next week. I would like to see Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell. I would like to see our second-year guys there, Jalix Hunt. You know what I mean? I would love to see those guys at OTAs for sure, bro. I would like to see Eli Ricks front and center. You know what I mean? I think this is going to be a make or break mini camp for Eli Ricks. What have you learned? Are you going to be able to stick around or not? I would like to see Ringo. Every safety on the roster probably should be there because it's going to be a big opportunity for one of those guys as well. So, yeah, man, it's a big opportunity for a lot of people. So how are we going to handle it? How are guys going to go out there and chase success? How are guys going to go out there and say, I am a champion, and this is how I want to get better? Y'all need to see the captain. I believe A.J. Brown going to be there. He was at rookie minicamp this year. It was certain things that happened that let me know that the leaders were locked in this year. Slade taking Q under the wing was instrumental in his success, whether y'all want to believe it or not. A.J. Brown showing up to the rookie minicamp, looking at Johnny Wilson, looking at Anais Smith, being that leader, being that figure. Jalen Hurts being able to say Saquon is having a historical year. There's multiple ways to win. Right now, we're going to do it on the back of Saquon. And show y'all that once somebody can stop Saquon, it's oops upside their head like we ain't already noticed, though. Cooper been in the lab, working out with Ryan Clark. Jalen Hurts was working out and throwing like a month after the Super Bowl. What are we going to do different this year to repeat? I've been studying the teams that repeat. I've been studying them. It's been on my mind. How can the Philadelphia Eagles repeat? If you see someone young and the same age as you, you only got to go harder, period. That's a fact. And this whole the Eagles are going to draft a wide receiver talk in the early rounds of the draft, I hate the notion of it, man. Please, I think it's a waste of a pick. I don't think the Eagles are going to do it. I also think that linebacker is much more important in this draft than we're giving it credit. Because although Nakobe Dean had a fantastic year, he's recovering from an injury. Do we really trust Trotter Jr. yet? Maybe he has a leap. But I think we're undervaluing linebacker. Zach Ball was able to stay healthy all year long with a blessing. You saying that trade that first for a linebacker, LB? I'm not saying that. I didn't say trade your first round pick for anybody. But I'm telling you, a lot of people not understanding the importance of linebacker in this draft, and it's confusing to me. You think Howie got all them picks to make a big move on draft night? I think he did too. The comp picks that's lined up for next year are crazy. We got 3 third-round picks. Howie Roseman is putting the package together for trade day. I don't know if you're going to try to move up for somebody that they really want. And Malachi Starks, I don't know what he's going to do. But Howie Roseman has the ammunition. He has the ammunition. And for me, to be honest, I can't see why anybody will help the Philadelphia Eagles and agree to a Howie Roseman trade. I think we need to get linebacker established too. I think we need to get it established as well. I'm on board with all of that. I'm on board with all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm on board with all of that. Linebacker is extremely undervalued in this draft. Extremely undervalued in this draft. A big part of why we had the #1 defense is because the tandem of Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond were elite. Nakobe Dean was elite. I think he had over 100 tackles before he got hurt. He missed like the last 3 games of the season. Did he get hurt in the playoffs? I think he got hurt in the playoffs against the Packers. I'm not sure. Trading up for Warren. Which Warren? I think it's going to be Malachi Starks. I think that's the guy. Trading up for a tight end, we'll never do that. We'll never trade up for a tight end. We will never do that. I think that's idiotic. I think you need to continue to build that defense. You need to try to have the #1 defense again. Again. All our tight ends got to be able to do is block in this offense. Trading up for a tight end makes no sense. Dean had 134 tackles, bro. We was elite at linebacker. Are we going to see the same Nakobe Dean? And listen, and I've had a torn patella tendon. That's the same injury Nakobe Dean got. If you've been following me, you know. I've had a torn patella tendon. You know what I mean? Do we trust Trotter Jr.? That's a lot of question marks. Safety is a huge concern. Edge rusher. We need to do something about that. We lost Sweat. You got to do... It's a couple things that need to be touched up. We didn't trade for nobody. We didn't sign nobody in the offseason. I think Howie Roseman makes a splash. Somebody that is elite will be placed on the defense. We will get an elite level player on draft night. I don't know if it's on the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball. We will get an elite level player on draft night. I don't know if this kid is in college. I don't know if he's already playing for a team. We're going to trade for somebody. But somebody will be elite. I trust the staff. I trust Howie Roseman. I'm not thinking too much into this. But tonight when I get home, my live stream is going to be about the player that I want at 32. James Pierce Jr., Tennessee. That's my guy. So I definitely want y'all to tune in tonight. I'm going to say around 7, 8. I'm going live. I'm getting all my facts together about him now. All my clips that I want to share with y'all. It's going to be a movie. Get your popcorn ready. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Monday. It's nice outside, too. Real nice. 489 people in the building, man.